Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanksgiving is here again, but you know what that means. Black Friday tomorrow. A lot of wrestling DVDs are going to be on sale. You know, Ring of Honor has a sale, High Spots, WWE, Impact Wrestling. So I just want to do a quick video of some DVDs in my collection that I recommend that you should add to your collection. This is no in particular order. I just grabbed a few that I thought were pretty good. The first one, if you're a Kevin Steen fan or Kevin Owens fan, definitely recommend this DVD. You can find this on ringofhonor.com. They have a sale going on. I think it's like their DVDs are 35% off. So I highly recommend this. If you want to find out his career before WWE, I mean, he had a successful career in Ring of Honor. He was their champion. This is again a DVD that also has an interview. There's a shoot interview, which he talks about his issues with Jim Cornette and pretty much the run with Scum. So basically, and you have some matches on the back here. I'm not sure if you could read this, but it really chronicles his feud with El Generico, which we all know who that is, Sami Zayn. But you got some really good matches. Kevin Steen versus Steve Corino. Versus Jimmy Jacobs, Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, and then you have that final battle match between Kevin Steen and El Generico. So it's a pretty good DVD. What I liked most about it was the shoot interview, where he talks really about his run with Ring of Honor. Another DVDs that I recommend is anything from PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. You can find that on highspots.com. Now this is just ones I got last year. I mean, you don't have to buy these ones, but anything with PWG, I highly recommend. You're gonna get some good wrestling. You're gonna see some guys, some Ring of Honor guys, some Impact guys, a lot of independent guys. So it's really like fast-paced wrestling. If you like the Ring of Honor style, where it's like a lot of near falls, fast-paced, you'll like this wrestling. This DVD just came out last year. The main event was a 2-night, All-Star weekend. Night one, the main event was the Young Bucks against Ricochet and Matt Sydal. That was a really good match. Night two, we saw Roderick Strong defend the title against Zack Sabre Jr. Pretty good. What I like to do is I like to watch these PWG DVDs and see okay, who's going to be the next one that's going to show up on NXT? Because I guarantee WWE, whoever does in WWE, they definitely watch these to find out the next breakout superstar, and you can that's kind of cool to watch. Another DVD I recommend, and it's been something I always recommend, is this Wrestling Road Diaries with Colt Cabana. This is the first one that came out in 2009 or 2010. I think it has 3 in the series. This is the first one. This is with Bryan Danielson, which is Daniel Bryan, and Sal Rinauro or Nayo. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. What I hate about wrestling, sometimes there's a negative spin on wrestling, especially with documentaries. This is almost like a positive take on the business. You see these guys, they're friends, and they're just living their lives, and they're traveling, and they're doing the things that they love. They love the wrestling business, and they're doing what they love. So this pretty much chronicles Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson's last few matches in independence before he signs with WWE. This is when he starts with NXT. So basically, you get his last matches with Ring of Honor, and then some other independent shows. Really great documentary. Highly recommend it. I'm not sure. I got this at highspots.com a couple years ago. I don't know if they still sell it, but you probably can get it on Colt Cabana's website. I'm pretty sure he has a sale going on too. Everybody seems to have a sale going on. But I highly recommend, if you do buy this, get the bonus DVD, the bonus with the bonus features, because there's a outtake which is so funny where Colt Cabana prank calls Mark Briscoe pretending to be Van Hammer. Really funny. You gotta check it out. If you're a wrestling fan like me, you want to know all behind the scenes of what went on with certain issues. I just love learning about that stuff. That's why I love listening to wrestling podcasts. But I highly recommend certain shoot interviews. One series I really like is the Timeline series, and this one, and actually anything with Jim Cornette, you got to watch. I mean, he has a lot of opinions on a lot of issues, but definitely, I mean, highly recommend. This is the 1989 WCW timeline. So basically, what these series is, they take a year in the wrestling business, and then they just discuss what happened during that time. So 1989 was a big year, I guess, or interesting year in WCW. It was the first full year that they started to be run by Ted Turner, and the whole Turner, buyout from the Crockett's. So Jim Cornette, he was part of the booking committee, so he has a lot of stories to tell. So they go through the whole year discussing, the beginning of the downfall, the slide down of the NWA and WCW. Definitely highly recommend this. This is actually 2-disc set. It's very informative. He has another one coming out. Well, actually, I think it's already out. 1990 WCW timeline, which I'm probably gonna hopefully get. Other shoot interviews that I recommend: Eric Bischoff's shoot interview. You could get this at RF Video, and they have a sale going on. It's 35% off, I think, or I don't know, they got a sale going on. You gotta check their website, but I know a lot of people don't like Eric Bischoff. I mean, I have no problem with Eric Bischoff. I respect the guy. He's a guy. He's a TV guy, and he came in. He was like probably the only one that was successful with WCW. Did the money go to his head? Made mistakes. Yeah, probably. But this DVD is really good. It's like over 5 hours of him discussing his time with AWA, starting with AWA, stories there, how he became an announcer, going to WCW, how he became the executive producer, signing Hulk Hogan, NWO storyline, everything, him being told when he was sent home in 1999 by the WCW executives, working with Vince Russo, trying to buy WCW, time in WWE. Does not chronicle TNA. There's no TNA information about his time in TNA. I just think the DVD would have been just too long, and I think someday down the road we'll get a TNA DVD with Eric Bischoff talking about his time there. I think that right now there was a lawsuit going on with them, so maybe there's certain things he can't discuss. But you get a lot of information, behind-the-scenes stuff of WCW, business-wise, budgets that he had to keep up with. It's just really good. Highly recommend it if you just want to learn about behind the scenes of the business, especially if you're a WCW fan. Definitely recommend this. Another shoot interview that I recommend is Bruce Pritchard's shoot interview. Now, this one, I mean, you probably don't need to get this. If you listen to his podcast, he tells us a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. So technically, you don't really need this DVD anymore. I highly recommend Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard. It's probably one of my favorite podcasts, wrestling podcasts today. He goes through like this last week they talked about the Survivor Series 2002. This is another long one, but if you want to sit down one night and just pop it in your DVD player and just watch, tell stories about behind the scenes of WWE. Not much WWE DVDs I want to recommend, just the simple fact that you can actually if you have the WWE Network, you don't really need to purchase DVDs. That's for me. I find that I haven't purchased that many WWE DVDs in a long time. But since they just had Wargames last week, I don't know if you guys, what did you think of Wargames? I thought it was pretty good. But this is a DVD I recommend, Wargames. It came out a couple years ago, and it's a 3-disc set, and it includes every Wargame match in NWO and WCW history. So you get to look back, and you get to see the old Wargame matches, which is, in my opinion, were some of the bloodiest matches, especially those early ones in the mid-late 80s between the Horsemen, Road Warriors, Dusty Rhodes. That's some good stuff. And I think you can probably, actually, you don't really need to get this DVD. I'm pretty sure you can go on the WWE Network and you can actually see some of these matches. What I do like is that you get some of the early the first Wargames match from the Great American Bash Tour from July 4th, 1987, and then you get the rematch July 31st of 1987. I'm not too sure if that is on the WWE Network. I know they have. I mean, when they started having these on pay-per-views at Great American Bash 88's on the WWE Network. I'm talking too much, guys. But these are the few DVDs I kind of recommend. I got some Ring of Honor ones. If maybe another video, I will we'll go over that stuff too. But just enjoy happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And enjoy Black Friday.